Good morning, everyone. It's Stuart here, live from London. It's 7, or just about 7:30 here in London, 6:30 GMT. So wherever you are in the world, welcome to the PropTrade.com. We're going to do some look at the markets for the into the European Open, the stock market open in Frankfurt and London in about half an hour. We've already been long the DAX, but we'll have a look at that in a little while. Main news overnight is that Stephen Myron has been confirmed as the remaining a Trump administration official, but who will join the Fed on a temporary basis of filling the vacancy by Adriana Klugler that became available. So it looks like it's only going to be temporary, but he's still a member of the government. So which way he's going to vote is pretty clear tomorrow. So he's joining the board today at their new meeting, and it will be part of the announcement tomorrow, Wednesday, when Jay Powell's faces the press, and at least a 25 basis point cut from the Fed is starting off or kicking off the rate cutting cycle. Many are asking, obviously, Trump himself has asked for bigger cuts quicker. It doesn't look like that's going to happen, certainly not tomorrow, because the chances of a 50 basis point cut has fallen, it's bounced a little bit overnight. But that remains weak. The other big news is that Lisa Cook will also be a member of the board. The Supreme Court has denied the administration's attempts to remove her from the court. So both Lisa Cook and Steve Myron will be part of the Fed meeting tomorrow. Obviously, the other big news yesterday was this meeting in Madrid between Scott Bessent and the Chinese, particularly with regard to TikTok. There seems to be some sort of framework put together for the sale of TikTok, and Xi and Trump are due to meet on Friday. So, always a volatile week, the third week of September, and it's looking no different this year as well. We've obviously got other central bank meetings this week as well, but obviously the Fed tomorrow. Today, relatively quiet. We've already had some quite spiky jobs news here out of the UK. Employment change, the 3-month rolling employment change coming at 232,000. So it lasts some positive data for the UK government, although it's minor. It was lower than last time, but a bit higher than the expected 220,000. Earnings continue to creep higher. So those in jobs are doing okay. There's lots of people in part-time jobs, not fulfilling jobs, not contracted jobs that are suffering quite significantly in this continuing cost of living crisis that continues to bite the UK. And the political mess that the Prime Minister in just continues to roll on. One of his senior advisors had to resign yesterday. So pressure, massive pressure for Keir Starmer. And what happens today? Well, President Trump arrives today. There should be some good news. To talking about £10 billion worth of trade deals between the US and the UK will be announced or signed. The Google announcement overnight. Obviously, it's filtering out, but the big package is over £10 billion plus of deals with, and maybe even more than that, between the UK and the US. Whether that gets all lost in the pomp and circumstance of Trump being in the UK, lots of protests in Windsor where Trump's going to be based overnight, and again this morning. We'll see how that pans out. But I say jobs not great. The claimant count much higher than expected, and last time it was revised much worse. Better than expected. Negative 30, positive negative 33. So it's growth in jobs. So some mixed news there for the UK. ZEW key indicator for Germany coming out in an hour and a half. Later on today, we got retail sales out of the US and also the key CPI data for the Canadians as well tomorrow, as well as some industrial production and manufacturing production data from the US later on today as well as the private oil inventory. So something for everyone today. So let's just have a look where we are. I'll start with sterling, because sterling's been bid on that mixed jobs numbers, but really it's a weaker dollar across the board today. So sterling trading at 136.30 over the key 136 area. and significantly above this 135 area. I can't put many lines on my charts at the moment. They're all getting taken off, so just bear with us at the moment. Let me just make this screen a bit higher, make me a bit smaller, make the screen a bit larger. So that's sterling. You see the weaker dollar, 136.30. CAD and euro, we took positions last night on an end of day basis. Let's go through them in order. I've got them here. Swiss franc here is next. It's at 79.25, so that's come back quite significantly. Oh, dear, if we look at the daily chart, there was some recovery for dollar against the Swissy towards the end of July. It's the daily chart. But since then, we've rolled over. August was quite weak, and September's was looking okay initially that first week, and then there's a little bounce I was talking about last week ago, and then the big move down we saw on the 5th and the 8th, the Friday and the Monday following non-farm payrolls, and we're back down under .80 for the Swiss franc. So the Swiss franc has been one of the better. The best of the big currencies against the dollar this year, and that continues to be the case. So these lows continue to get lower. The lows are continuing to get lower, and the highs are continuing to get lower. We got a downtrend, and we've got this key bounce support now under 80. And now you can see here on the daily chart, the triple bottom there is at closer to .79 it is to .80, so .7920 has been breached again this morning, so that's looking quite weak as well to the downside. The dollar against the Swiss franc. Yen, obviously they're cancelling each other out. We still remain very much channel bound, 146.80 this morning, so we're at the bottom of the current channel. Sideways action, so maybe find some buyers here. You can see these wicks have been bought as we've gone under the 147 area. Remember we were talking about yesterday, 147 being the big flat floor. But when this range breaks, it could go quite significantly. Both parties, both the US and Tokyo last week, talking about trying to keep forex market in check, basically. And remember, the Bank of Japan, that probably are the most impactful when it comes to intervening in their currency compared to the big economies. So sideways continue, both relatively weak currencies, dollar and the yen. Dollar CAD, I say we took a short position in this last night. It hasn't moved as much as one might have thought. Actually, that was earlier yesterday afternoon. So we got in here around about here, and we're just about in the money. I'll just mark that on there. So we got in there at the close of the 9 o'clock candle at 10 o'clock last night, round about there. The exact numbers are on my trading platform. Let me share them with you, and then we'll get round to what's going on in the open. If we go through what's if we just look here, trading strategies. So we were short here from 133.77. We're looking for 137.37. I don't think we've got anywhere near that yet. 137.37 is down here somewhere. And we got in it. There we are. That's our entry there, 137.77. So we are in the money, and our stop loss is up here somewhere. So that's end of day basis. So that's, it's with the trend. The hourly trend was down. The 4-hour trend is obviously clearly down after yesterday's big sell-off. And there's the break under the moving averages. Moving averages set up here on Friday. At 2 o'clock was a big down candle for 4-hour traders. And the daily trend remains to turning around, which is why we got in yesterday. Big downturn. Yes, that triggered on the end of day. Nice rally to the upside. Peak, pivot, pop, top, and down we go. So we got a bit of a M shape. So we may not see much more weakness here below 137. 137.15 is this bottom. So you can see this M shape, A, B, C, D. Triangles going on Anyway, we're short on a daily basis, is what we need to know. Same with the euro, except it's the other way around. We got long last night, and to yesterday's close. You can see where's long wheel 1760, and we're looking for 1811 to the upside. And we're at 1785, so we're still just 30 pips short. But there, so you can see the resistance area we're at the moment. So that might not play out. We might be a step too far to try and push to new highs, but we'll see. We'll track that obviously during the day, but we're in the money on that one as well. Right, back to what we. Sorry, that's the euro. Let's just finish the main ones off. We had a look at sterling earlier. And Aussie 66.70 now again. Strong move, as we've been saying for a while, for the Australian dollar for September. Very, very strong move for September. So stay on your surfboards, my friends, if you're long this. Some big, strong, positive candles. Another one yesterday. Indifference on Friday after having had a big, strong Wednesday, Thursday, big, strong week. Some profit taken on Friday ahead of the weekend. And then more buyers yesterday. So Aussie 66.70. If you go up to the weekly time frame, you can see what a strong move this is, and another positive start. So the next resistance is up there at 67.15 on that weekly chart. So this continues to track higher. So Aussie outperforming some of the others, even the Swiss franc at the moment. I say sterling 136.30 currently. So, guys, if there's anything you want to have a look at in particular, I know a lot of you are gold traders. We'll have a look at that for you as well as we go through the assets. But let's just have a look at what's going on into the open. We're 15 minutes ahead of the open. My favorite asset, if we're going to trade one, would be the DAX into the open this morning. It was long yesterday. All right, okay. It's because it's the weekly chart. Sorry, I did put on some time frames. So yesterday, positive day. Let's come down the time frames. Hourly chart this morning was looking quite positive here from this low. 2 o'clock, we'd moved higher during the Asian session. We were tempted to open some trades. There's our pre-market high here at 23,790. That's from a week or so ago, the 23,850 and the 23,600. That's that weekly lows from 2 weeks ago, not last week. There's our low from yesterday. Sorry, that's our low. Sorry. That's our low from yesterday, the 15th. Here, you see 23,659, and our high from yesterday was 23,86. Our pre-market high this morning has been here at 23,791, and our pre-market low 23,700. So this hourly chart is still bid, is still positive. Obviously, all the fun and games of the opening volatility of the opening session could turn it on its head. So the 15-minute chart was looking quite nice. We caught this at the top. Our stop loss is down here. That should have, on the short term, I would have closed it out as it's gone through that. The body needs to break through the bottom of here, although the stop loss is here. We should move that up a wee bit. Can't do that, can I? That's not let me do that. I have to edit it down here. But anyway, so we were long. That's now out of the money. And let's have a look at what the 5-minute charts are looking like. So it's quite choppy, as you might expect, but we're looking to see if there's anything movement. Obviously, German markets will be next data point, as we said, is the ZEW at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to close that one out. That's a losing position. That's gone against on that 5 minutes. So let's take that out. Okay. Ahead of the open and see what's happening here on these shorter time frames. So let's just recap. So the hourly chart remains or was bid. It's looking like that might be cooling, but I say this is the actual open. So we'll check the pre-market high and obviously the pre-market low as we go into the trading day. The 15-minute chart was looking quite positive. We caught the top, unfortunately, but that's life. We got in a bit late. The real trigger would have been here. This system was automated, would have got in here and again there as the markets cross are above both moving averages there, and then the blue crosses the purple to add to our position. Again, if we were automating this, it would have come out there as it's gone under. It would have gone long again there, stayed in there, gone long again there, and then probably bought again there, like I did when I first saw this at 7 o'clock this morning. So anyway, that's a losing position. So we've pushed high, and now this 45 minutes running into the actual open has moved down. So we could easily bounce back up the other way. So you see how the open action works. So as a 15-minute trader, you're looking for a break of this key bottom line here, the moving average adaptive here using this strategy. We're still positive because the blue is above the purple here. But a break to the downside, we could take this short and test the pre-market lows potentially. See what marks. Volatility on the open could easily test to the upside because it were the pre-market high, because that's very much what's going on. But we see how much activity the players in Germany want to show us on the open, which is in 10 minutes time. So let's come down to the 5 minute and the 1 minute time frame. So we're chopping around a bit. There's that pre-market high. So we're down, we're up. So it's there. The 5 minute here has now crossed to be short. Now on the completion of this, if you want to take this ahead of the trade, you can see the MACD was would have crossed here. So we'd have been short here at 35. So the short position would have been taken there. You can see how the MACD line is crossed negatively. That's crossed positively on the 5 minutes. So that would have been the entry, 23,755. We're going back to test it again here, 3 candles later. So it's too late to get in now. But let's see how the actual open goes. So we're now, you can see here, we're pivoting through this area. So if we go down again, so that's, if we just mark the, where's my lines gone? So if I just mark with a different color, that zone there, that's that 5 minute, change the color on that to orange, make it a bit, just a single line. So the orange line is where the 5 minute trader would have gone short here on this strategy. Let's go down and see what how much activity the minute chart is going. So there we are. You can see that that's a support area here for the minute chart. So the minute guy would have been short there at 24, ran that down, and it's bounced. He's taken out a lot of his, so he's got short there. But if you followed that down, big candle there is taking him back out. He's then gone long here and then short there. So let's cancel each other out. But that is still, the minute trader is also short, but we haven't broke below this 23,755, if you like. So that may get tested as we join the opening trades in Germany. FTSE, for the sake of things, it doesn't really move much. The Dow is another one we can trade on this short-term basis. We look at the 5 minute. Remember, we had a new all-time highs yesterday on the Nasdaq, but here on the 5 minute, the Dow would have has gone short there. Just mark that in as well. That would have triggered short there on the 5 minute time frame. Very much against the trend, very much against the move high. But so far, again, obviously, cash market doesn't open until 2:30 here in London, 13:30. So again, pre-market preparation. That's our new high, pre-market high for the day. And our pre-market low so far today has been down here, hasn't it? So again, these lines won't stay on, unfortunately, because TradeLocker doesn't like me having these lines on for some reason. Where was it? It's around about here. So that's our low. So there's our pre-market low and high on the Dow currently. Obviously, there's many hours to go for the cash market, but again, that's been short there on that 5 minute chart, quite clearly crossing the MACD and the signal line, and the crossing of the TMA and the MMA to the downside. Anyway, back to the live market, which is the DAX. We are still 5 minutes away. Have we bounced? We haven't bounced, have we? We've sort of pushing through that area. So that short is in the money still, because we didn't go back to break above the TMA. We have started to move down, so that's another short position there. But again, this could easily be reversed when the volumes come in. So let me just add the volume indicator actually to this chart as well. It's not completely accurate, but you can see how the volumes should pick up on the open in a few minutes. I say German traders could be waiting for a bit more direction from ZEW in an hour or so, but it's relatively quiet. It's normally a bit more active than this, but it's Tuesday. Big week ahead. Obviously, we got the Fed, we got the Bank of England, Canada, we got Canadian inflation today. What's going on in the US with regard to TikTok and the stock markets. The yields came down yesterday. Stock markets went to new record highs. Anyway, so short is now in the money on this chart. Let's just go up a bit. Say that we were the hourly is still, you can see the hourly candle here rejecting our pre-market high, or putting in our pre-market high, and then a sort of rejection candle as it's coming to a close. So the first red candle in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. But that's a big rejection, isn't it, of the pre-market up as far as hourly traders are concerned. The 30-minute trader, there's the pre-market high and a big down candle breaching her. So he'll be looking to go short there. Technically, obviously the issue is it's the open. There, 15 minutes, similarly, looked positive here. That pulled us in. We had a losing position, and then we've had 45 minutes down from there, 15-minute. And our trading time frame, the 5-minute, looks, say we were short from here, from the first move down here at 7:30. I haven't been on the 5-minute trader, so I'll just put that in. That was our short position on that orange line, but we don't want to go below it at the moment, do we? So sort of break even. In fact, we're out the money. You can see where the bid and the price, the bid and the ask prices here. You can see the spread down the 5-minute chart. So actually very quiet. Volumes has ticked up a wee bit. You can see the 7 o'clock candle added to my. That's where we got in. No, we didn't. We got in a bit afterwards. It was later than that. I thought it was sort of 7 o'clock. It's 15 minutes past, but okay. So yeah, but that is definitely short there on that 5-minute, on 15-minute time frame, wasn't it? We took that position this morning. Okay, so looking like we're going short. Let's just leave that for now. We'll come back to that as it ticks over in the next 5 minutes. Gold continues to be bid on the week, and a very much easier trade, as you can see there. For gold on the week dollar. So again using this strategy, that's last cross there. The first entry would have been there, and then the MACD, the signal line crosses. They actually crossed there, but you wouldn't have got filled until that one, because that's it's a bit of a deal. You'd have got in there. So there and there were the buying opportunities there at 7 o'clock or whatever that was. 6:55 and 7:15, and that remains long. We tested into the MMA, but we're still long, and just trail your stop loss up now. So again, your stop loss can either be like 2 or 3 candles behind the trend. Mine would be here, or you could have it actually on technically on that moving average there at 368. So gold remains nice and long. Let's go back to the DAX as we open trades. It's gone quiet. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Movement of the actually there we're moving up, but our candle's not playing games. Let's just go back to the minute chart. Suggest there we are. There's that 5-minute floor. It doesn't look like it wants to go below that, does it? So we're bouncing off it. The TMA, the blue line here, started to turn up. And we might be breaking over the purple. So the minute trader that's been short here might be getting closed out. The candle closed on there, but let's see what happens at open. This is, the pros and cons of trading the open. So it appears to be continuing to go short. The volumes haven't kicked in like I might have expected to here a few minutes before. It might be just a delay on our info on the actual cash open, but down we go at the moment. Still in the money. The sterling move is continuing. Yeah, I was just looking at the spread difference. So there we are, in the money quite nicely. So we can either take some profit on that and the immediate move. Again, volumes quite low here still. So not the activity we normally see on the open on DAX. There's the 8 o'clock candle, I guess. No, that's 59. So down we go. So in the money, having lost that 15-minute call at that top when we first looked at the charts this morning. Futures are positive on the stock markets, actually. DAX futures are up 6 points, 23,750. We're at 23.46. We're moving down, actually. So as our derivatives market concerned, we're nicely in the money. There we go. So where will we go? Well, as we said, that's our low of the day. It looks a long way away, doesn't it, at the moment? But we've certainly plumbed our low of this late Asian session, this 240 session. So I'm happy to take some profits on that, but the target may be down to the low of the day. So I would have taken half my position off here as we got through to this level there. And we'll see if that volatility continues to test into the low. So there we go. Classic, faded move or fading the move pre-market. So pre-market high was just pushed. See how we just create the pre-market high literally an hour before, which is again when many German traders will be getting to the desk, this 7 o'clock candle. But following on 15 minutes, 20 minutes after that, we're still at these relative highs of the session. The cash session has reversed all of that. So failed long position, but a successful short position here from 23,750 down to 23,740. 15 points on the DAX on open. Thanks very much. And we're still short, but the move lower may have maybe we'll see. As I say, it's literally just coming across, and obviously I've got delayed data here on my derivatives charts here going via our liquidity providers. But there we go. We can see the low. There's the opening minute. Significant volumes compared to what's gone on before, obviously, and the trend is very much to the downside. As we said, this 1 minute setup, the TMA, the MMA would have been short from there, and then added there on the breach of that 5 minute support level we talked about before at 758. Again, if you're trading the open, you've got a standard account. That's the last time you can place a position, 758. But you're in the money now. And here we are, 801. That might all reverse before you can close that out. But certainly, there we go. I continue to move lower. So I'll be pulling my stop loss down. So we've breached this level, our first target level. So we've still got half our position on, remember. And, I'll be happy to take that as we get to the low where we are now. There we go. I'm happy to take that off. So I'm closed. So I've got... I got in there, as we saw, at 23,754, and we're out here at 23,715. 23,710. This low of the day. So, in the space of the hour before and after the immediate open here in Germany, we've produced a new. We had a pre-market high, a pre-market low, and we've tested both of those. In this opening, we've created a new market low for the day in this opening 2 minutes. So, here literally 2 minutes around the open, you can make enough money sometimes, and that's what a lot of my colleagues do. A lot of my friends do. Trade these first, the hour before or 30 minutes before, the hour after, if they want to keep going. But I'm in and out on that short-term trade. What I tend to do then is then look at the higher time frame. So the hourly chart will have completed, remember, for the 8 o'clock candle. As you can see, there's the. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry, that was a 7 o'clock candle. This is the 8 o'clock candle that's starting now, isn't it? It's not complete. I'm going mad. But that, again, so that at 8 o'clock, when that's opened, would have triggered a short position on this hourly trend. And as you can see already, it's tested the pre-market low. So what we're looking to now, well, this is yesterday's low, 23,660. But again, this is literally just opening too early to call that, because we're just in these opening flurries. And as we saw before, the actual futures, DAX futures, were actually higher immediately pre-market, but don't really care about that, do we? Because we've made money on that short position on the open there. And again, see, volumes are with us, massive volume, and we're selling. I mean, as I say, don't be surprised if it all turns around, but I don't care, because what I've done, I've planned my trades. I knew where where we were going to get in, where we were going to get out. My 15-minute trade, admittedly, as when I first looked at this morning, was a wrong one. It looked quite positive, and we got in right at the end of the trend. I thought I'd gone in at 7 o'clock. It wasn't. We actually got in here at 7:15 candle, but we got out quite quickly, didn't we? We got out as that return. So can't remember what we lost on that, but it was a small position, wasn't it? It was there. We are. We got in at 23,783, and we got out at 7:55. So 33 point miss on that one. But there we go. There's that 5-minute short we did call correctly, and has gone our way. And again, that's the thing with trading: you either win or you lose. The issue is keeping the losing position small, and then running with your winning trades. So just to recap here, first resistance was this low through here. So we got in here, we got out there, and then we got out at the pre-market low, were our two target zones. And now you can see, I mean, if you just come in now, you're only going to trade the real cash session where we've started weekly, haven't we? Whether this is what you'd like to see now, if you're just coming into this market for trade the live session, is to see a significant breach now of the pre-market low, which we tested immediately on the energy of the opening trades. And then you'd have the yesterday's low penciled in. Obviously, there's a little bit of an area here on yesterday's US Open, which is that area there. See the 230. See where my candle says this big volume here. This is 1430. This is the US Open. DAX there, as you can see on that 5-minute chart, been going down, big volume, and it continues to down. And then we plumped lows immediately, and then it bounced from there. We might see a similar thing here today. Who knows? It doesn't matter, does it? We just go with what it's telling us. But you can see later on in the day, earlier on in the day, this is opening trades in the Asian trade had actually gone lower than that, but we'd gone into that zone. We'd gone to tested that again at the actual open. So it was a week, and then it just did nothing over really. The US session yesterday drifted back up a bit in the Asian session. There's that pre-market high we talked about, and then we're down again. And you can see just why I've been talking here for the last 5 minutes. We're still down at these lows, and the full body candle looks like it's going to break these pre-market lows as well. Obviously on lower volume in this second 5 minutes. And again, you see If you go back to the 1 minute chart, you can see the bounce. There's the pre-market low bounce here in the last 5 minutes, but then back down to the downside. So these faster moving averages are moving down. The 15-minute will have moved over as well significantly. There we are. Moved down. So that would have been a much cleaner, safer, simpler entry there at 7:45 to the downside and moved down. But we were trading the faster time, 5-minute time frames. That was our key entry, 23,755, and finally out there at the pre-market low. It's 23,710, and we're now under 23,700. Round number again. See how the round numbers come into play as well. So down we go. FTSE also opening to the downside, as you might expect on that the weaker data and the uncertainty of what's coming this week. But big move there. The FTSE's actually moved more than the DAX for a change. But again, a big move to the downside. We've got the hourly chart hadn't moved up like the DAX had. It turned around already at 6 o'clock on these on that jobs data, and a big thumping drop here. So again, I'll say it doesn't move as much as the but already below yesterday's low. You can see that this is going back to Friday as well. So below, currently the FTSE is below Monday's low and also below Friday's low. So the FTSE much weaker than the DAX today. Futures across the pond, the Nasdaq. Remember, we are long. This is our stop loss here. This is obviously on the hourly chart. That might be getting ramped up today. That's yesterday's 4 o'clock. Yeah, that'll be getting moved up. So we're long this one. Remember, this actually has kept these are our open positions. So we were long from. Our entry is back here at 23,459, and our stop loss now is at 23,939. And that'll be getting ramped up. The other long position is on the S&P 500. Looks less glamorous, but it was still because of the gap on the S&P, but we're still long that one as well. Elsewhere, let's just go through our open trades from. Well, we've got unless somebody wants to have a look at something in particular. Nobody's commenting on what they want to have a look at. So that's the S&P. We're long. We just come back to our open positions. These were our open positions from last night, and these were our open positions from yesterday. The Kiwi was long. Let's have a quick look. So Kiwi. Apparently, we didn't look at the Kiwi, did we, when we were looking at the dollar crosses? I forgot we had a live position on that. So our stop loss is at entry. So up day yesterday, and we finished positively yesterday. So did I move 59.39? I thought I'd moved the stop loss up. Aussie stop loss now 59.40. Yes. So the system, unfortunately, hasn't moved my line. So my stop loss is 59. What did I say? 49. Did I say it was? 49, something like that. So it may have been. Oh, it's not letting me change that. I'd have to check the. That's the wrong. Yeah, I'd have to check the actual trading platform where I've got this actual on my end of day system. It's not on this. It's not on the TradeLocker platform. But that may have been. Let's have a look at the 15-minute time frame. That may have been. No, it's no. That would have still been out. It hasn't been taken out on that spike there at, later on in the on the close. And it's just the spread widening on our system. So that's still open. Kiwi still long and running. Euro. I won't go through all of these guys. Well, I'll update you. I'll do it manually myself. But the trades from last night. Harshit's just put in here. This is an interesting one, Harshit. Thank you for commenting on there, my friend. Expecting the downtrend today. Gold stop loss 6391. Take profit 3960. Holding for this for FOMC if no stop loss hits. Okay. Best of luck, Harshit, my friend. Let's have a look. What's he saying? This is good stuff. Gold. So their hourly chart remains quite robust. 3691. Where's your stop loss, Harsh? Are you still in? 3691. It looks like you've been taken out, my friend. On that on. Oh, is that where you got in? No, you're saying stop loss 3691. Okay. Trying to. I don't know what. Harsh. I don't know if you're around, or my friend, but I don't know how you've called that. But the last hour has taken you through your stop loss. But that's trading. That's what happens. And see why you were perhaps looking at your stop loss here, depending on the time frame. But that's very positive from yesterday afternoon on the hourly chart. Slower time frame you would have seen, or faster time frame, we've seen some indifference there. But let's come down the time frames. 30 minutes still remains positive, supported here by our triple exponential moving average, the purple line. And now we've gone long again here in the last half an hour or so. So yeah, I just accept that. You may have tried to catch the top two early. 3670, 700 looks not inevitable, but it's much. It's only $8 away now, and that's bid as the dollar continues to weaken. There's the hourly. We did the hourly chart, didn't we? The 15-minute. Also, that's chopping around a bit indifferent during the Asian and session. There's the beginning of the European session. It's got some more volume, some more bids. Quite big volumes there, though. It's 2 o'clock this morning, but it wasn't really going anywhere. It was just sort of chopping around. You see, it was sideways, small candles to the upside. But certainly this morning, European session, it's been positive. 10-minute time frame breaking out here. I think we said earlier, didn't we? At 7:10, and then the 5-minute was that one we identified. Well, again, it's quite small ranges, isn't it? But it's a positive one here at 7:15, and I think it's the hourly candle, wasn't it? Was it not? Was it the 50? I can't remember where we put these lines on here before. Can you remember, guys? Wasn't the 50 mils? That was but anyway, no, that's long. So unfortunately, Ash, it looks like you've been taken out of there. But again, that's trading. That's what happens. Get up and start again. See what happens. Just like we got the first long trade on the DAX incorrect this morning, but we did get the following one correct, and it more than compensated for the losses on that what's that DAX trade? On our uptrend. There we go. Smacking right through. There we are. A big break of the pre-market low. So we've pointed, and there we go. As if by magic, my friends, we have now tested into yesterday's low, the 2366 area. Remember when we first opened this 45 minutes ago? It seemed a long way away, didn't it? 23,600. Watch the video back from the beginning. These areas, this high from yesterday and the low from yesterday seemed an awful long way away. A lot of white space here, but there we go. In the space of 30 minutes or so, we've run into it very quickly. So we had a failed long position here before I came live with you as we pushed to new, based on the reason we took that was based on the 15-minute time frame, and we got in late. The automated system would have got in here. I came and looked at it manually around about, I think it was here, and was happy to take it, and it stopped us out. Well, it didn't. I closed it. We didn't stop us out. Stop loss was further down here on the cross here. So we got out here, and that was the break on our 5-minute time frame. We were looking to go short, weren't we? If we look at the 5-minute time frame, what we were doing, we saw that was the first big break down. So we were looking for a break of that, and that happened. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, we held that area. It was through here, but then we were happy to get out, take half of our position on the following follow-through candle here, this low area, and then our second half of our position was on the pre-market low of the pre-session low. We got out, and then it's moved as much again, hasn't it? And again, if you'd kept that on or kept some of it on, See if the momentum came with us to the low of yesterday. So certainly I'll be certainly out completely now on that, but I was out on this bit. So I took this, I lost from here to here. So I lost that, but we gained that back and more. So we're in the money to start the day, and it's only 8:20 here in the UK. So there we go. I'm going for the rest of my day. If I don't do anything else, we made some money today. But the euro and the CAD are in the money as well. So take care, my friends. I'm going to wrap this up now. If you want to trade like that, do come and join us. It's very straightforward. We are theproptrade.com. We know we've been around a long time. Some was longer than us. And we offer you all sorts of ways of getting it into the market. Everything from a $5,000 account on a one-step express challenge, which lets you trade the news. So you can actually, although trading the open and the close isn't news, guys, but you get a lot of volatility around those times. So you can have a cheaper account, guys. Remember, we can have a standard account without having to the expense of an Express or a Pro account and trade the opening sessions. And remember, every market has an opening session. It just fits with my time frame to trade the European session and the US Open. You guys in Asia, obviously, there's the Tokyo Open, the Hong Kong Open, Shanghai, Sydney, if you're up that early. Obviously, the volatility is a lot less because the volumes are a lot less. Even as traders getting trading in the Middle East now as well, some lots and lots of volumes in the Middle East, particularly in the Gulf states. That adds to the volume pre-market here in Europe. But the 7 o'clock candle, my time, 6 o'clock GMT, 6 o'clock GMT is also quite interesting. But anyway, I say you can start with a $5,000 account, $55. If you're new to the proptrade.com, we offer you a introductory discount of 25%. So if you're new 25 there in the coupon, you get 25% off. So for just over $40, you can get yourself into the world of trading. Okay. I can't recommend anything, but as I just said, a standard account, which is a two-step, is cheaper. It's not cheaper, actually, is it? No. Sorry, I meant a bigger account. A bigger account, which gives you more equity to play with, like a $25,000 account. Yes, it's a few dollars more, but certainly it gives you the opportunity to trade more positions and trade more opportunities as they come along. Remember, my little scanner at the end, the system I share with you every night is a simple scanning system that looks at all the major forex crosses. It looks at gold, at oil, the stock market. So there's about 50 assets it scans quickly with the same parameters and produces some conservative trades and some more aggressive trades every night. Some of you wouldn't look at trading the Swiss against the yen or the Kiwi against sterling. All of these assets move. It's not just crypto. It's not just gold. It's not just the euro dollar. Everything has an opportunity. And if you're missing it because you haven't got enough equity because your account isn't big enough, you're cheating yourself in that sense. But obviously, if you just want to focus on one particular asset, if you want to trade gold, you want to trade crypto, make sure you understand the asset, make sure you understand the spreads and the liquidity and the leverage on each of these assets that you're trading. And, the world can be your oyster. There is no ceiling to this business. Because once you get to the funded account stage, I say it's completely open-ended how much money you can make. So 80% of all your profits are returned to you every Friday. Apply for them before midnight Thursday, and you will get paid on Friday. Simple as that. We've had one case where it took till the following Wednesday, but everybody else has always been paid on the Friday. So come and join us, give it a go. We're here to help. Any questions, get on our Discord group. The general chat is where all the support is done by a great support team. If you want to talk technical, want to talk markets, join me here on Trading Strategies or Trading Journeys. And when you are successful, stick it in here. A bit like, who's the last one here? Like Ashay here. It's the fourth time Ashay has had a payout from Canada, $292. Building quite nicely. SK, I know SK's in the UK 14 times on. There he goes. Yes, sir. On Friday, he got. Where's SK's gone? Here he is. £1,500, $1,500 on Friday. That's his 14th certificate he's got from us. Top G as well, doing really well as well. $2,000, just kicking off as well. It's first time for this first big payout. He's tried other prop trades firms in the past and been caught out with some ridiculous rules. We were very clear, we're very transparent, and we want you to be successful, because if you're successful, we're successful, as I say all the time, my friends. So let's leave with the DAX. Bouncing around at yesterday's low is also Tuesday's 16th low. So take care, everyone. Watch out for that German ZEW in half an hour. US retail sales at 12:30 GMT, and also Canadian CPI at 12:30 GMT. And wish us luck in the UK. Mr. Trump, or President Trump, as I should call him, lands later today. God bless Windsor. Anyway, take care, everyone. We'll see you soon. Be good. See you tomorrow. All the best. Goodbye.